How about another round for Brewsday Tuesday? Here is Huck and Big Nate.
I don't know why I looked like I was struggling with that. You are
I
struggling.
was struggling with mine.
I was so focused on these ones were harder to open.
I was fishing so hard last weekend that I've got the arthritis in my fingers.
The grip strength has gone away.
It'll be back. So so I've got this roundabout. I have the Jamesons triple distilled because the Jamesons the thing, and the Jamesons has that beer relationship. They send out whiskey barrels to breweries, and all they ask is that they put their name on the beer, and they let them age the beer in the Jameson, I don't know, barrels, and then you get Irish whiskey tasting beer, and it's pretty good. I've had several. I tried to get enough to do a show, but I haven't yet.
I've never seen the Jameson ones, but I have had quite a few beers aged in bourbon barrels.
Yeah,
and it definitely takes it to a different level.
They do not suck.
There's a lot of flavor in there that even just residually gets left in the barrel.
Yeah, and alcohol too. It picks up.
Yeah.
You could pick up 1 or 2 percentage points.
I mean, the science of it all is just crazy to me. Welcome back into Brewsday Tuesday, the St. Patty's Day edition, brought to you by the Cellar Restaurant and Six Pack Store, and not snakes.
No snakes.
No snakes.
So there's it's the anniversary.
Oh, yes, this is important.
Okay.
It's an important anniversary.
So last year
for the Brewsday Tuesday family,
we did our show and we drank Irish whiskey. And we might have, instead of we have little airplane bottles if you're watching on the video, but we had actual bottles last year. And we probably had significantly more Irish whiskey during the show. And the next morning I woke up and I was sick. Well, I was really sick. I was sick for 4 days. I mean, I tried drinking. That didn't help. That came right back. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. Couldn't walk. So I didn't think that much of it. But after 6 days, I was up and about, and I can't usually smell anything. And I started smelling stuff. Then I started reading in the newspaper a couple weeks later about this thing going around called the coronavirus. And it said it takes away your sense of smell. And I said, that's interesting. So then I was looking at the morning paper, and they said they were going to test for coronavirus antibodies in Floyd. Very first one they did. And I called at 9:01 a.m. on Monday and had an appointment for noon on Wednesday. And I went in there, and I did not have the COVID virus, but I did have the antibodies because they tested for both. And so it's a year later now, and everybody said to me, well, the doctor said to me at the time, I said, do I have to wear a mask? And she said, no, you're fine. You got to wear a mask till you get whether you're positive now or not, and then you're fine. And so I only wear a mask when I'm required to. If somebody else wants me to, I'll wear one. And everyone told me I was going to get it again. And everyone told me this and that. It's a year later, folks. Let's get rid of this mask. Let's open back up. I went to Florida. Everybody's drinking. Everybody's talking. Nobody's sick. I went to Alabama, Mississippi. Same thing. I'm just saying. If you're not comfortable with it, don't go out. You're not going out anyway.
It's been a long 2 weeks to flatten the curve.
Yeah, it's like the anniversary is this week, I think.
I do think though, 2 weeks. If we had all taken it seriously and just not done anything for 2 weeks, as a world, even.
Well, maybe, but we've been taking 2 weeks for a year now. And in the last 2 months, my thoughts are places that I was going in before Christmas, before that last big jump, people weren't wearing masks. And now, as long as you don't go to Lowe's or Walmart, people are wearing masks almost everywhere else.
Yes.
I mean, people are in their cars by themselves wearing masks.
Yeah, that one always bothers me.
Well, it keeps them from licking the windows.
And can't be safe.
People are like, jogging down the street wearing a mask.
Well, I also think a lot of mitigation could be done if people just wash their hands more.
Yeah.
My life hasn't been modified all that much by the pandemic. Still, go to the store
and I'm not
still interact with people, and I haven't gotten it.
I'm not saying run over your grandma's house and breathe on her. I'm not saying that. And if you're not
apply
comfortable,
some common sense.
if you're not comfortable going out, don't go out. If you if you want, there's going to still be places where everybody's going to wear a mask all the time. And, and I get it, but the whole argument about doctors and nurses wearing them, this is a different virus. This is very, very tiny. There's some question as to whether masks actually help.
Well, now you got to wear 2.
Or 13.
Yeah.
Now, people in trouble with that.
How far is it going to keep going until?
Well, I heard that if you wear 2, it won't fog your glasses.
What if I own a hazmat suit?
So what if you had
Should I wear that? Can I wear that?
What if you had the coronavirus and you got the vaccine? Still got to wear a mask?
I do wonder.
I don't know.
Well, I know the people who are getting the vaccine are being told to still wear the mask.
Yeah. Because it's not really about sickness, is it? At this point. But anyway, I digress.
Well, I'm glad you recovered. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I mean, I was sick. I wasn't going to die.
Another takeaway from your story.
Yeah, but also
because I had a theory that maybe we weren't, because like if you look, like gin and tonic cures malaria,
right?
Prevents malaria.
Right.
So I just thought maybe we hadn't found the right cocktail, and that's why everyone's getting it. We just got to find the right mix of beverages. So we know Irish whiskey, probably not an ingredient.
Well, more anecdotal, on a more positive note, is that I have allergies pretty bad. I get sinusitis. It's not really allergies. So every morning I do one of those. I don't do the pump thing you guys advertise all the time, but I squirt salt water up my nose every morning.
It's like a little bottle?
Yeah, a little bottle you squeeze. Yes. Yeah. Some people use a neti pot, but I mean, that requires that,
too much work.
I didn't do tea parties when I was a kid, not really good at pouring that thing. So anyway, I squirt that out. And I think that's why it never went to my lungs, because there's a salt barrier. And I've read on it. Also, I take an array of vitamins every day.
So vitamin D has been shown to
zinc, that vitamin D are the two that are big.
Vitamin D also, I'm not a doctor, but vitamin D can greatly help your mood. So
it's the sun anyway.
Go outside.
And I'm outside all the time.
Yep.
I ski all winter. I work outside all summer.
If you're bummed out, just go outside.
I mean, yeah, and I know, and I'm sorry for anyone. I'm not trying to offend anyone who has a loved one. It's horrible. But, I don't know that the final numbers, the total death rate is going to be higher this year because nobody died of the flu and a lot less of us had auto accidents. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
No, auto accidents were up.
Oh, were they?
Yeah. They were up, shockingly.
I did see that the number somewhere, I think it was Las Vegas, that was like a 14% increase in drunk driving. I mean, how do you do that during the pandemic? These guys are superstars.
My buddy's house to my house
to the liquor store,
a road drink. Yeah, ABC. It's the way we go.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. I don't know that I've ever been. No, I have. Okay, I was gonna say what the liquor stores are like, but not. Yes. Okay, so in Las Vegas, like downtown Las Vegas, they have like 7-Elevens along the inside mall. And they actually had to ban glass bottles because people would go get the little pints. And, I'm not talking about you and me on vacation. People that are living under the bridge over there by the airport they would drink them and drop them. A lot of homeless people.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see. I'd like to go back to Vegas, but I like to play craps. And that's a bunch of people standing around a table. And I'm not sure that's happening.
I went to Vegas when I was in high school. It sucked.
Yeah, I bet.
Because I was 18. Couldn't do anything fun in Vegas.
You didn't know anybody made IDs?
I did not. Still don't. But now it's less important to me.
Well, I was with one of my children, and we went to a baseball game, and the child was not a child, but was 19 and a half. And I said, I'm going to get a beer. And the child said they would like a beer as well. And I said, well, you can't get a beer. You're not old enough. And they said they had an ID. I said, well, where is it from? And they said, Colorado. And I was like, well, we're playing the Colorado Rockies. Don't you think they're going to know what a Colorado ID looks like? And the child said, no, they're going to be looking at me, not the ID. And sure enough, the child got beer.
It's all in how you sell it. It's all in how you sell it. Meanwhile, my dad always tells this story that my grandmother used to send him to the gas station with a note saying, please allow my son to buy these cigarettes for me. And like they would do it.
Did they take the note?
That's a good question. Well, that was my dad's thing. As an adult, he realizes he could have gotten away with so much more, and he never even thought about it.
Yeah.
He never thought to take advantage of it. I mean, that's just my dad's a very honest to a not to a fault. But he's extremely honest. So I mean, it makes sense to a certain degree, but
I was not like that. I was like in high school. I skipped so many times in my junior year. I had to stay extra year because I flunked English. It was 8:00 in the morning, and when they told me that,
Huck, you speak English.
They told my parents that. They said, "Well, how many unexcused absence does he have?" They said none. And they said, "Well, how many excused absence does he have?" And they said 42. And they said, "We've never written a note." Just saying.
I mean, did you just get really good at forging?
Yeah.
Oh man.
My mom's signature was pretty easy.
See, I couldn't get away with that.
My dad's was really hard, but my mom was easy.
Taught at the
She was just like big loops.
So I couldn't get away with anything.
Yeah.
It's tricky. We have not talked. We are enjoying some Jamesons.
Yeah, and, so now we're doing, it's
you've got the traditional Jameson.
It's like being at the party. We're all just talking trash. Well, I wanted to go off on the, COVID. If you guys hate me for that, I'm sorry.
That was a fun little tangent we went on.
Yeah, I do that sometimes. So the Jameson is like, I love those commercials where it's like Jameson's riding the ship across the sea and the barrel falls over and he goes down and fights some kind of squid,
the
like Kraken,
sea monster, the Kraken,
and then brings it out. And it's like, now who's gonna try to take a drink from him? Nobody. Okay, you better just stand back.
Do you think that was a subtle shot at Kraken rum?
Probably.
I saw a Hornitos commercial the other day that just made me scratch my head. And if we're going to talk about commercials, it was
I love commercials.
There was like a tagline on the screen and it said, "This shot is for the one who's making their move." And then like they show the shots. Of course, they can't show them drinking the shots. And then they cut to a boxer. And then they cut to a DJ. And then they cut to a musician on the stage. And then they cut to this chick going to surf. And all I could think was, before you go into the ocean, probably not a great time to take a shot of Hornitos.
Is that a tequila?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what message they're sending here, but
I've been known to take a shot before I go to the ocean.
Are you surfing?
No, I'm driving my Jeep. It's off-road.
I can't even. It seems like a weird message to send. If you're about to go surfing, we recommend Hornitos.
Well,
I don't know. Just some of the things they can get away with ads and some of the things they can't. Like, how is that not an issue? How is someone, because you can't even show someone drinking in a commercial.
Well, I can't wait till they start coming out with the ads for, marijuana.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
That's going to be interesting when they come out with that. It's just like,
I always remember the ad council's campaign. They have the girl like melting into the couch and then she becomes the couch. Never really worked on me.
No, none of that.
I'm not going to be on my couch. That's not how this works.
No. Well, maybe. Indica.
All right. So I've got the, there you go. I've got the Jameson cold brew.
Yeah.
Which I guess we're continuing the coffee theme from the other week.
Yeah. Like I said, they only had 4. Wasn't like I could get you 16 kinds.
I'm a big fan of coffee, anything. And Jameson's good. They say it's limited edition, so I better go buy all of it. It's made with Arabica beans from Brazil and Colombia. That's 30%.
Those are a type of coffee. So they have big bottles, I think, of more brands. Yeah, I mean, I've never seen a airplane bottle of Buffalo Trace, not changed up. But anyway, back to that.
I have a Woodford Reserve. Never Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, Woodford's. They have that on the planes, actual planes. So if you're smuggling liquor, that'd be a choice.
Something to consider.
I'm telling all kind of bad things about myself today.
No, until now you hadn't admitted to it, but now you did.
About things I know. About things exactly. I know.
There you go.
I'm training the next generations.
All right. So
because your music sucks, so you need something.
Well, it's because now anyone can record.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not as hard as it used to be. It's not as exclusive.
All right. So what?
Let's rate these.
Rate them?
Yeah.
You go first.
All right. Coffee, whiskey. There's probably not a better combination on God's green earth. I'll give it a 5. 5 all the way. This could become.
You're becoming a 5.
If it's available in big bottles, would become my new.
You're becoming a 5 whore.
Coffee mixer.
You'll settle down after a while.
Dredz is gonna pull over his RV somewhere, call us, and yell at us. But you know what? It gets the 5.
It gets the 5. All right, the Jameson. I'm gonna tell you, You know, I was going to give it a 4.5, but it's really all my life I've seen this bottle. They haven't jerked it around. We'll give it a 5.2. It's St. Patrick's Day.
It is the Irish
There's not
whiskey.
a snake in this bottle.
This is true. Not even on the bottle.
Not even on the bottle.
Never been adjacent. I don't think.
I got to get my glasses back on. There's something on this seal. I don't think it's a snake. The ship looks like the Nina. No, it's the Mayflower, and it's full of liquor. There you go.
No snakes.
No snakes.
That's gonna do it. Wrap it up. Happy St. Patty's Day, ladies and gentlemen. Celebrate fun.
Aaron go bra.
Aaron go bra. My Gaelic's really rough, so I just try and avoid it. You've been listening to Brewsday Tuesday, brought to you by the Cellar Restaurant and Six Pack Store. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen.